Good morning. My name is Landon Smith. Today I'm going to be talking about the tower communications. Um, so the given situation, you're on an IFR flight and receive the following clearance. Call sign home east of the XYZ Vortec on the 090 radial. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes. So I'll start off with introducing myself. We're talking about the route. This is closest I can find in my area. It's following the Tango 303 GPS airway from ORF, Norfolk to Cape Charles, Vortec. It's roughly 360, not quite. So pilot, this is me, 825 hours total logged, 135 hours in type in the Cessna 172, 15-hour solo, 45 hours logged instrument, and 90 hours of pilot command time. Aircraft, it's a Cessna 172 Mike model with the Avidyne 550. Environment, so from Hampton Roads. So this is my general flight environment. Typically don't go any further west than Charles City or Newcat. Mostly it's our furthest point is West Point to the north, and then Suffolk to the south. Rarely we fly to the eastern shore. External pressures, with regards to external pressures on this flight, probably just weather, or not weather, but the urgency to complete this course on time, something that I've struggled with. So yeah, weather's been a big part in played a big part in delaying my completion of this course and some of my coursework, some of my flying. So let's talk about the hold entry. Identify the key components of the holding pattern. So you got the inbound leg, the downwind leg, and the holding leg, or the turning leg. Determine the proper holding entry procedure. So coming from ORF to the Cape Charles Vortec, we will be holding at 90 degrees. It's kind of hard to make out, but we'll be holding on the 090 radial. So from the south, it'd be roughly it'd be a direct entry. And so how we would enter this, we'd cross the Cape Charles Vortec, begin our turn outbound. As soon as we cross the Cape Charles Vortec, on the outbound leg, we'd start the timer, or pretty much a beam to it. It'd be the 1 minute timer. And they'd be right turns, because right turns are standard. That would be the appropriate entry. If we were coming from if we were coming from out east, if we're coming from the big ocean, it'd be a parallel entry where we'd fly where we'd enter in, we'd fly opposite, make a left turn inbound, then we'd begin our hold. And then if it were farther to the north, coming from like Maryland, Delaware, would be a teardrop entry where we'd cross Cape Charles Vortec 1 minute, start a 1 minute timer, 30 degrees offset, and begin our turn inbound into the hold. And I'm at Starbucks, by the way. That's what that hissing was. Any music you hear too. Let's see here. That's why I selected that entry, because it makes the direct entry makes the most sense. It's the least abrupt. For turns, lost communication. So air traffic control has given us a expected further clearance time 10 minutes. So we'll pretty much hang out in that hold for 10 minutes. We can configure our radios for the next approach if we were doing another approach. Get set up, make a call probably 2 or 3 minutes before the expected further clearance time, just to confirm that we are still in communication with approach. And if we don't get anything, we can go through our lost comms procedures, see if we have a radio failure. And if we get no further clearance by that 10-minute time mark, then we'll proceed on to onto our next fix. Fuel management and considerations. So pretty much, you just want to know you get a flight timer set from takeoff. You have and certain endurance time. For us, it's typically about 4.5 hours for IFR reserve, 4.5 hours for an IFR reserve, So we'll just keep an eye on our timer in that hold and make sure that we have gas to make it to our next destination. And pretty much that's how you'd that sums up the hold and um, pretty much how I would enter the hold. Forgot to mention too that as you're crossing the Cape Charles vortex and as you enter the hold, you're going to radio to ATC. You're going to say, hey, this is my call sign, entering hold at 2,000 feet at this time. And then, of course, when you're exiting the hold, you're going to do the same thing. Even if you don't have communications, you're going to try and push out anyway. So pretty much that sums up the tower communications. It's the hold entry for me. Appreciate you listening to my discussion board. Thank you.